Hey guys, Kyle the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for chapter 871. And I'm not gonna lie, the first thing that popped into my head as I'm reading this chapter is Luffy has one weakness alone that prevents him from being able to truly take on the Yonko. And it's a weakness we all have seen. We've seen from him time and time again. It's not something new. It's something we've seen time and time again, and it isn't his dumbass nature. That one's kind of what works for him when it comes to his battle strategies, but it's how easily provoked he is. Because in this chapter, as we see, when as Big Mom as Luffy and the gang are all about to escape, Big Mom just says afraid, a simple line of dialogue that gets Luffy right back in gear to face him down again, which is face her down again, which is, I thought you said on Fishman Island you were gonna kick my ass, weren't you? That you're gonna take Fishman Island away from my possession. And what does Luffy do? He immediately gets riled up and wants to fight Big Mom again. Luffy, you are not fucking ready to take Big Mom, especially considering what we see in this chapter. Like, everyone has been fucking defeated. Everyone. So, Luffy, not only are you not fucking ready to take on Big Mom, but you still have that one weakness you need to overcome. Because, okay, it's one of those weird things where I kind of get where he's coming from with how easily provoked he is, but at the same time, he needs to control it. If he's ever gonna hope of beating Big Mom, Kaido, all of the emperors, overcoming his weakness of losing his shit, losing his composure, just losing it like that is just going to put more people in danger than it is actually going to end up solving anything. But yeah, it's like, Luffy, you really need to get that whole freaking you really need to get that just you need to get that whole mindset of being goaded easily into a fight under control, dude. Otherwise your crewmates are gonna end up dead right before your very eyes. Like, Luffy thinks that I think the thing that was emphasized for me in this chapter is that Luffy always thought in the past that he couldn't protect his crewmates because he wasn't strong enough. Okay, I suppose that you could say that's already a fair enough point. But if Luffy can't handle the simple fact of controlling his temper and just not letting himself being goaded like that, then he is still gonna lose his crewmates just for being goaded like that. It's gonna end up causing more harm than good at the end result of it. And I know that's weird because I think part of it is part of Luffy's character that Oda has established, but I am hoping that Luffy can in a way overcome that little weakness of his, or at least I see it as a weakness. But enough of that. Let's move on to something else. So we learned that actually one of the underworld brokers in this chapter was what was actually, I think it was that chick with the hat, with the sun hat on her. We learned that that chick with the sun hat is in fact not an underworld broker, but actually a CP0 Aegis agent. And okay, first off, I want to know what the fuck the CP0 agency is doing here. Like, if you all read up to this point and read up and know that Rob Lucci is now part of CP0. So I wonder if that woman is here. I wonder if any more of the CP9 agents from the CP9 arc are here as well. Like I wonder if we're gonna see either Kaku or Cauliflower or any others again, or if it was just or if the only ones who did end up as CP0 agents were Lucci and Spondum. But like I think this is like okay. I think this is an opportunity in order to introduce a lot more of the CP9 agents as the CP0 agents. Like I want honestly, not gonna lie. Out of all of them, I honestly missed our favorite our favorite second long nose character Kaku again. I want to see him as a CP0 agent, and I think they were heavily teasing that, but I think they were heavily teasing that in the movie. I think, but in the film in the Gold movie, I think, or I don't know if it was in the Gold movie or something, or even just or even in a previous chapter. But I do wanna see at least Kaku as a CP0 agent. I think that'd be cool as shit. But aside from that, like aside from the fact that we may get more CP9 agents and CP0 agents, I wonder what CP0 is doing here because I don't think they could have. Does CP0 honestly think that they were strong? CP0s are they honestly confident enough that they could take on Big Mom? I don't think so. I think they were more just here gathering in. I think more than likely they're just gathering intel because if we remember correctly, from basically what we've learned as to why the Navy, all these law abiding organizations are in the new world. It's in order to have a better advantage point of taking on the four emperors. So I wouldn't be so at this point it's like it's like a three-way war between the Navy between the Navy, all these pirates and all these rookie pirates, and of course the Yonko, all like all, the rookies and the Navy are all after the Yonko at this point. But so at this point, I think CP0 being there, I think that's just kind of show that. That CP0 is probably gathering intelligence for in the Navy in order to so from only for the Navy to use that intelligence in order to come up with a strategy in order to take on the four emperors. I think, which if they're gathering information on the four emperors, I think that probably puts I think that's a bit more of a death flag on Shanks. Like for a while there have been certain little notes here and there that have provided me with okay, there might be a death flag on Shanks here soon, but yeah, that's definitely one. Like obviously, obviously kid and the Kid Alliance. I don't think that they got a shot at taking down Shanks, but I think this is like I think it is a possibility he may die. He may die if CP0 and Navy end up getting their act together on this whole vendetta of taking on the four emperors. Honestly, um, and and guys, you might as well dial that phone because you might as well start dialing that phone because to me, I think I fucking called it. Because in the end of this chapter, we see that we see the whole the whole that dumbass who wanted to get on his hands on the box on the tomate box. He basically unleashed the bomb and blew up like the main pillar. From what I saw, he blew up the main island of Whole Cake Island, and I think in a way that is going to act as enough of a distraction. Like as soon as that bomb goes off, everyone is turning their attention towards the sound of the explosion. So I think at that point, I think knowing that, I think that's going to be like the big. Like I said, I think that's going to be the big. I think that is going to be the big. That is going to be the big. The big deciding factor of how the Strauss escape. Like I think everyone's going to be. I think now that everyone's looking at the explosion, I think there is a small window of opportunity in order for them to escape, but they need to act fast at this point. And also, from what I see, I guess the Germa 66 are at death's door. Um, honestly, guys, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I couldn't give a shit. Like honestly, those, like okay, I'm set. I'm set. From what I'm seeing, I'm extremely sad that it looks like Reiju's gonna die too. Hopefully, I hope Reiju gets the fuck out of this because honestly, of all the only Germa 66 member I want out of this, I want to get out of this alive is Reiju. Like Reiju is the we've all said it before, but Reiju is best girl. Like Reiju is the girl who has stood is Sanji's sister. Even though she hasn't shown, even though she has done some pretty shitty things, it's only to protect her. It's only because behind the scenes she does really care about Sanji, and I want her to survive this. The others, fuck them. Niji, Yonji, Niji, especially you Niji, Ichiji, Yonji, and Judge. You can go fuck yourselves. Big Mom, go ahead and kill those three fuckers. But Reiju, I want to see you get out of this alive, girl. But I want to see you get out of this. You're your best girl, okay? But yeah, guys, that's from a good chapter for what it was. It didn't do a lot of it didn't do a lot of progression, but it did showcase exactly what I just said in the beginning of the review. Luffy is not ready in order to take on the Yonkos until he can work on that goddamn little issue of just letting himself being provoked. Like if he can't overcome being provoked, then he has no hope of facing these Yonko at all. But yeah, guys, that's my review. An awesome chapter, and I can't wait for more. Death Knight of Anime signing off. Later, guys.